So we're going to do a video on competition day mindset. And this is something that I think has drugged me through a lot of competitions that I really should not have been able to finish as strongly as I did. This is a mindset that really helped me when I have come up short in certain events. So I'll go into it and then I'll explain areas and times and this really helped later. So when I go to a competition, regardless of who's there, regardless of whether they have a much better mathematical chance of beating me or not, my goal is to win. So I always go in with the headspace of I'm going to win this show, no matter what. I'm going to win. And every single event, regardless of the outcome, I believe I'm going to win still. So with that being said, I went to nationals 2 years ago. I went, I think, third in the overhead press, second in the deadlift, seventh or eighth in the frame carry. It was a horrible event for me in the frame carry, obviously, because my grip is terrible. And then I got two firsts, first in the yoke, first in the stones, back to back. Now, that entire competition, I went into it believing I could win. I had settled on the fact that I'm going to win. So in the 6-7 weeks leading up to a competition, no matter how strong the other guys are, no matter how good they are, because people are sending me their training videos and everything, I'm like, I don't care. Like, yes, this guy's super strong. He could be pulling 200 pounds more than me in a deadlift. I don't care. I'm still going to believe in my head that I'm going to beat this guy. And that's the correct mindset to have, I think, because no matter what happens, even after the frame carry, I'm like, oh, that sucked. Moving on, I'm still going to win. And believing I can win till the very end is, I believe, what drove me to be so fast is to win the yoke, and what drove me to lift the stone until the very last minute. Like literally they are counting down 3, 4, 1, or 3, 4, 2, 1, and I'm getting my last rep in. That's now a Canadian record. 9 reps, with a 285 pound stone over a bar. I would probably have finished in 6 or 7 reps if I didn't really think I was going to do well. It's like, whatever, I'll just get some reps in and then we're good. Or I would have gotten exactly what I needed to win, or not even win, but to stay on the podium. Because at that point, I had secured a place in the podium if I had a good stone run. I didn't care. I was there to win. So I'm going to go out there and I'm going to win every event or do as well as I can, regardless. And I'm going to win the whole show. That's my mindset. So the next year, first event was the Farmer's Walk. I got dead last in that. And I crawled my way back to a second place. If I had just given up, because I know a lot of people would have been so demoralized by coming last in an event, they probably just would have given up after that. Well, I won 2 more events, came second in 1 more event, and then I think I got 3rd or 4th in the bag toss. But I did fantastic. Set 2 more Canadian records, It's one of those things. It's like, if you believe you can do it, you can. And so for me, last year when I won nationals, my first event, I think I got 16th out of 17 guys. Like, that's a terrible showing. That is a terrible showing. Like, I was automatically at the bottom of the pack. That's the first event of the day. I went on to win the next 4 events and I won the whole show. And I was thinking there for a second, I had a moment, I cracked. I was like, holy smokes, I'm going to lose this thing. Like, I'm going to lose this here again. And I'm like, I just buttoned that up. I was like, no, we're going to throw that thought in the garbage because that's not going to serve me anymore. This event is done. All that's left to do is put 110% into every event from here on out. And I won every event from there on out. Set a couple more Canadian records. It was awesome. But the thing that people don't realize is that if you continuously believe in yourself, I call it toxic positivity. If you have toxic positivity towards your performance during competition, you are going to do your best, because you won't have that sinking feeling in your heart that brings you down going, oh, I'm not going to win anyway, so why would I even try? I'm not going to get the placing I want anyway. Why would I try? I've seen guys shut down. I've seen guys stop. I've seen guys give up. Competition is hard. This is a hard freaking sport. And it's, hats off to anybody who can keep it together on competition day, because I sure as hell haven't always done that. And it's been a long time developing the mindset I currently have in order to do as well as I have. Competing is a skill just as much as lifting is. So hats off to anybody who can make it through a show without getting down on themselves like that, because holy smokes, it's hard, especially for a guy like me. You know, I've got that major weakness in my hands, so it's like almost every show I'm looking at last place or close to it in at least one event. If there's 2 grip events, I'm looking at last place in 2 events. You know, it's rough out there. So yeah, it is what it is. But I don't know, to me, the best thing is just to toxically believe in your ability to win no matter what. No matter how bad the event before it went, just go into the next event gung-ho, 100%, I'm going to win this thing, no matter what. Like, I don't know how many of you guys still know about Jesse Campbell, but he's a little bit of a legend. And I competed head-to-head with that guy for years in BC, and he squashed me every single time. And every single time I sign up for a show, and Jesse's going to be there, I'm like, today's the day. I'm going to go beat Jesse. And Jesse, if you're watching this, thank you for kicking my butt, because it did make me a better athlete. And by the way, he is one of the best athletes out there, especially when it comes to camaraderie and kindness. So, I don't know. If anybody gets a chance to compete against that guy before he finally retires, count yourselves lucky. He's a hell of a guy. So anyways, moving on with the mindset. I feel like that mindset's very important for helping you kind of get through those losses, or get through, you know, shows where you're struggling, or maybe you've got some bad events. On that note, I don't think you should stop signing up for shows just because you have bad events. I think that's a great way to force you to train events and make them better, is to sign up for shows where you might actually be bad at them. So yeah, that's not really an option for me, because every show has a grip event. But yeah, no, that's kind of my comp day mindset. No matter what happens, no matter who's there, I always believe I can win. And I compete like I'm going to win. You know, that's, you know, I give it 100% no matter what. No matter how tired I am, I do my best. And it hasn't always worked out for me, but man, it's worked out pretty good the last couple of years. So just solidifying that mindset, that belief in myself that I can succeed no matter what. I seriously believe if you do this, and ruminate on this beforehand, like when you're coming into a competition, I always tell people, like, you should envision yourself holding the first place prize at least 100 times before you compete. Not only that, but you should envision yourself going through the motions of every single event and winning every single event. And go into detail, like, how hot is it in there? It's hot. You want to make it the worst experience in your head, so it's easy on the day. It's going to be a hot venue. The sun's beating down. There's no shade. We're sweating. We're tired. We're getting that last rep on the deadlift. We're getting that last rep on the log lift. We're doing what we have to do to win, right? We're standing there. We're holding lockouts so that, the ref can give us a good down command. I want you to envision that for 6 weeks. When you're in prep, as soon as you get in prep for a show, every day you should be envisioning yourself winning every single event, and you should envision yourself holding that medal high, that first place trophy. That's the headspace I like to be in. That's the headspace that I think is the most conducive for winning. Just give it 100% no matter what's going on, and absolutely give it. And I think if you do that, you'll be very successful, and yeah, if you have any questions about that, drop it in the comments or hit me up on Instagram. If there's any other videos you have great ideas that I could post about, please give me a hoot, let me know. I'd love to talk about it. But yeah, that's my mindset. 100% belief in yourself. No matter what, I'm going to win. That's where your head should be. Well, I'm going to head out. You guys have a great day. Stay hydrated, stay healthy, do your best to stay happy. Go to therapy. Have fun. Take care, everybody.